Hello, and thank you for signing up for this lesson. It looks as though I may just be sending you the replay, which is totally fine. Some people can't make it to the lesson and they're okay with the replay. So here we go. I'm going to show you the Dutch braid low bun hairstyle. There we go. So we've got the big Dutch braid, loose pieces, and a nice loose low bun with volume. So I have pre-curled my little girl here, Judy. So you do always want to work with curly hair when you're styling an updo, unless it's a very specific kind of updo. Most of them are with curly hair. So I have curled her hair to save you the boredom of watching me do it. And I backcombed the top for volume. I just want to change her parting. Generally, Dutch braids are going to look the best if you have a side part, so you can make the braid as big as possible. So I'm just going to change the parting to a side parting. Make it nice and neat. So with a real person or on your own head, I'm not sure if you're wanting to learn for personal or professional reasons, but on a real person, this is much, much easier. It is just a matter of slicing the metal end of your tail comb through your hair and taking your fingers and just separating. You want a nice, neat line there. Just gonna smooth it over here to the side. And we're gonna start by just making sure that everything is brushed nicely. I'm using a teasing brush, looks like this. Just wanna make sure everything's nice and even before we start braiding. Okay. And braiding is always easier if you have a little bit of product in your hands. I like the Moroccan oil treatment. It's just an oil basically, but you can also use cream. Like I really like the cheap pliable paste. That is awesome. And you're going to want to have that product in your hands, your tail comb nearby, and you're also going to want to have a little hair tie to tie it off with. Just find a little see-through one because she's blonde. So I've got that nearby. You can pop it on your thumb if you like, or on your finger. I find that that's handy. Just remember what finger that you've put it on and keep your tail comb close. I'm going to stand up to do this and we're just going to lower the camera. Perfect. So grab that product in my hands, just run it through the hair a little bit. And we're going to start by sectioning off a small row that is horizontal to the part, so it goes across here. We're going to separate this piece into three pieces, three even pieces, 1, 2, 3. And with the Dutch braid, the pieces are going to go underneath. So my right piece, it's going to go under the middle piece, and it's going to become the middle piece. The left piece is going to come underneath the middle piece and become the middle piece. Then I'm going to take some extra hair from the head here. You can use your tail comb to just smooth it in. And again, take that whole chunk now underneath and have it join the middle piece. I'll just put her head forward a little bit. Is that, yes, okay. There we go, you'll be able to see much better like that. Okay, cool. So now I'm on this side, I'm just gonna take a little extra hair. And the extra hair is gonna join and become a part of my outside piece here. Smooth it in, take the time to smooth it, and then that whole piece is gonna go underneath the middle piece, and it's gonna become the middle piece. Now my finished piece is on this side. So I'm taking extra hair from the head that's joining this piece. Take your tail comb, give her a little brush, brush all these little pieces in. And underneath the middle piece, and it becomes the middle piece. Taking hair from here, from the head, Having it join my outside piece, so it's actually becoming a part of that piece, and then that whole piece comes under the middle and it becomes the middle piece. Again, taking extra hair, joining the outside piece. That whole section now goes under the middle piece and it becomes the middle piece. While you're doing this, just make sure that the crown of the head is always looking good still, so you can just kind of brush it with your fingers and rearrange things. I'm going to take some more hair here. And so with braiding, basically wherever your body is positioned is the direction that it's going to go in. So if I stand here, it's going to fall just along the face. And if I start to pull back, it's going to start to pull itself back. So I want it to start pulling back now. So I'm just going to start moving my body. So more hair. And you want to keep your hands nice and close to the head. Smooth that crown here. Take some extra hair from the head. Have it join the outside piece. Smooth it in so that everything is looking good. Take the time to do that. That all comes underneath. And that's now the middle piece. Extra hair joining my outside piece. And that's now all coming underneath my middle piece and becoming the middle piece. Keep smoothing things. You want to make sure everything's perfect. Extra hair is joining my outside piece, going underneath the middle piece and becoming the middle piece. So I do want to make sure that I still have hair for my bun, but I would say I can take one more row here around the ears and then I can just stop taking hair. Under the middle piece. Okay. And that's going, and that whole piece is going under there. So now I'm going to stop taking pieces. I'm just going to use this. I don't need to take any extra hair. That's going to go under the middle piece and become the middle piece. And I'll still continue to take hair from the top here. Under the middle piece, and on this side we don't need to worry about picking up hair, so that just comes under and becomes the middle piece. Smoothing the hair. Awesome. Maybe take one more section here. And then we can just start free braiding. So we're not taking hair from any of the sides now, we're just going under, outside goes under the middle piece, outside piece goes under the middle piece. And then remember where that hair tie was. Mine's on my thumb. Your little plastic hair tie, and tie it off. Right, so now we've got our cool braid, and we are going to blouse it, but we'll leave it like this for now. Let's turn her around and let's focus on the back. So this is where you're going to want to open up the bobby pins. And first of all, we just want to pin a little back. I'm just going to brush this section here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to twist it and take a bobby pin and undo the bobby pin, slide it up and into that piece of hair there. And whenever you pop a bobby pin in, you have to put a second one in to lock it. They have to like connect. So I'm popping another one in to connect. Okay. So now I've kind of got my crown done. Take the metal piece of your tail comb. Hang on, I'll just make her head even again. Take the metal bit of your tail comb and just make sure that both of the sides are as voluminous as one another. So this side is a bit flat. So you can just take your fingers or take your tail comb, whatever is gonna loosen it up. And just pull up the volume. Okay, we want that to be nice and even. You can even kind of like brush down this side a little if you need to. Perfect. All right, so let's do our bun in the back. We're just gonna pin this out the way for now. I'm just gonna use a little duck clip and just gently pin that out the way. And so these two bobby pins here are gonna be our anchor point. What we're gonna do is take a decent sized chunk of hair and we're just gonna twist. We're gonna use the Design Me, Puff Me hair powder, which I love. This is just gonna change the texture of the hair. And I'm just gonna pluck at it a little bit, like take little pieces and just pluck at it, just to loosen it up. And then roll it and pin it. Need more bobby pins. Okay, so I'm opening the bobby pin in my hand and I'm just connecting it with those other two bobby pins that we have in there. And it's going to take a couple goes to do this. Just keep holding on to it until you feel like it's good and secure. And you can kind of pluck at things a little bit. Okay, so we've got the beginning of our bun here. Take another big chunk on this side. And do the same thing. We're just gonna twist it. I like to leave out my front pieces. We're just gonna twist this. Twist it away from the face, like up and away. Pop a little product on there. A hair powder, it's just gonna change the texture of the hair so that it can hold the shape. I'm just gonna pluck at it a little. Oops, it came unraveled. And pin it. And again, you're going to need a few pins here. Just as long as each pin crisscrosses with the other pin, then you're good.
Upgrading to premium is a no-brainer. You can listen to any song, anywhere, anytime, without any limits. Ready to go premium? Tap the banner to learn more.
And just pluck at it a little. Okay, so now let's just take a little extra. Let's leave this piece in the front here. I always want to leave the front pieces. I'm just going to twist this piece away from the face. Give it a little spritz. Pluck it. Okay, and then choose where you want to put it. Open up your bobby pin, slide it in. Okay, and then we've got this tail here. So what we're going to do with the tail is just roll it up into a little cylinder. place it into the hair, and again, take your bobby pin and pin it. Okay, I don't mind little pieces like this coming out the back, so long as they're curly enough and that it's even. So if we do that, we're going to want a couple more pieces on this side, which we can totally do. If it doesn't work, we can tuck it away at the end. Just make sure that the shape and the kind of like size is all even. Okay, now it's time for us to incorporate the braid. So what I'm going to do is just kind of hold it where we need it to go. Again, spray some of the texture spray into the hair. And we're just going to start, I'm just going to stand on this side. We don't want it to look so braided. We just want to like flatten it out a little. So we're just going to start taking pieces and just pulling at it to loosen up the braid. And all I will say is just don't go too far too quickly. A little bit at a time is good. Once you've messed it up, you've messed it up. Okay? So we can do more later if we want to. I'm going to take this, and I need to hide this bit that's got the tie on. So what I'm actually going to do is make a little hole in one of the loops and just put that tail inside the loop so that it just disappears. We're going to take some bobby pins and we're going to just, don't open it, just pop a little hair on it and weave it, like wiggle and pop it in there, just to secure that braid. Tuck out your braid a little. And then this tail is a good opportunity for us to find another piece or two to hang down. We would just need to give them a little curl. So I'm going to take a bobby pin and slide that up there. Now our little loose pieces are looking a little bit more even. Okay, so now we've got the front pieces, which are the most important bits. These are our rescue pieces. If we've done something we don't like, it's going to fix it. So I'm just going to brush the top. And again, I want this side to have some texture, so I'm just going to twist it in my hands. Apply more product. And pluck it in a little for texture. And we'll do the same thing again. We're going to try and hide this tail. So we're going to find a little hole and we're just going to make a hole. There's a hole here now. Pop that through there. And we're going to pin it. I just want to move these pieces over here. Okay. Good. Perfect. So let's just check that from the front. So it's looking a little funny. We just need to do a few little tweaks. So it's just a matter of kind of like playing with the hair a little bit. Great. Nice and even. And again, just make sure that that crown and the top is nice and even too. And make sure that the volume is the same. And now our finishing little bit is right here. So if we look in the back and see what we need to do, like where are there some missing bits here? Where could this be better? So I'm going to twist this again. And just try and look and see where can this go? Do we just want to hide it under here? Or do we actually want to like incorporate it into the style? I would say incorporate it into the style. Why not? Just going to fish it through a hole here. a little pin in to hold it. Tweak it a little if you need to. And let's see. I would say like a little bit of this can be left out. But for the most part, we just want to hide it. So we're going to do our little loop. And find somewhere for it to sit. And bobby pin. And now it's really is just a matter of sitting and just tweaking things a little bit, just to make sure everything's even and it's as good as it possibly can be. You want to look at it from all angles. So we got here, this is looking a little strange to me. So it might just be a matter of making another little hole and fishing these pieces a little lower down. That looks much better there. Much better. So looking on the side here, let's see. Just tweaking that a touch. There we go. I'd say all we need is a good whack of hairspray. Make sure she's even from the front. This one looks like it's a little lower there. And beautiful. All we need is hairspray to finish it off, and boom, boom. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy the replay.